Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for tuning in for the video for this week, I should say. Today we're doing something just a little bit different. It's something that I've kind of always wanted to do because it's actually one of my pastimes, and it's kind of how I make actual money to build these cars. Is well, the channel name Scott Speed Shop is actually the nickname that we gave the old shop. Not a real business, but it was just always kind of what we called it for, you know, buddies wanted to come over and find stuff. So, you know, and going to swap meets and buying and selling parts is, well, one of my favorite things to do, because I like seeing my buddies and people get the stuff they want, and I like giving them good deals, and I like seeing people get the stuff they want, because just like myself, when I get the parts I want to finish a project, you know, whether it be something rare like a Pro Stock Hemi, or, you know, maybe you need a chrome dual quad intake for your Chris Craft boat, or you just want a chrome dual quad intake for your bitchin' street machine, there it is. Just like a dual quad 3D3 343 horse engine. I like weird stuff. I like oddball stuff. And I like seeing things come together and people getting to achieve their quote-unquote what I'll call dreams. And sometimes that lies within parts like valve covers. Sometimes that lies within carburetors, and you never know. Someone could be on the hunt for something like that. Just like an A-body steering column that would probably have very little value to some folks is going to be very useful to a buddy of mine who has a use for it. Kind of like these W2 race heads here. A little bit of port work, and these things are going to be mean. Being able to hook folks up with the stuff they've been on the hunt for. And that's one of my favorite things. And so I have always wanted to kind of put together a little video about what someone like myself goes through with getting all set up for a swap meet. And well, one of the things that kind of entails with that is kind of more or less laying out your stuff, how it's going to maybe be on your table, take some photos and get things ready. Like this is my whole RB section. We got an epoxy painted black RB dual quad cast iron intake, an M1 RB intake. We have a Torker 440 2 intake. We have a Hawaiian tunnel ram that's had a valley tray welded into it, and a little bit of a mishap right there, but that makes that guy affordable. And we also have this Chris Craft dual quad marine intake, which is chrome plated, and unlike this dual quad, which is the same intake, this one, because it's off a boat, is plumbed to run water through what would be normally the heat crossover. Kind of a neat thing, and that's topped off with two 750 AFB marine carburetors. That was going to be for a project I had, but well, you could say I traded that project car for a bunch of cool parts, and they weren't parts that I really needed, but I knew folks who could use them. And well, normally parts like these are incredibly expensive. They can range up into the $3,500 range. In fact, that would be close to what it would cost to set these things up if you bought all the individual components. And well, to a lot of folks, including myself, that's pretty unobtainable. That's a big number floating out there, and you know, I just got to say it. Sometimes things just don't go the way you kind of planned it. My ultimate plan was to kind of already packed up and ready to rock and roll, but here I am. I've been procrastinating a little too much. We're leaving tonight or tomorrow, actually. So when you guys are watching this video, hopefully I got it uploaded in time. Because been a lot of prep work. I just need to get Anna out here to help me, but I also kind of enjoy doing all this. So I went ahead and did some research, wrote down all the information on like these fender mounted turn signals. I got 3 separate ones there, and then I got some pairs of these later ones. And I was double checking prices on eBay, and I see a lot of guys selling pairs of these for about $100 and stuff. And so yeah, I don't need 3 extra pairs, so I wrote the price tag real big on that side in case someone just really needs something to go ooh. And then all the information's right there. And I got all my intake cards already done. We just got to get all those done. And I'm going to go ahead and say this. So I bought all these little things off Amazon. I did not know I was going to have to assemble every single one of these. And yeah, there's a lot easier way to put these wires on, but I'm meticulous. So we're going to see how many parts I got by the end of this. And well, that's going to be in the part of the video that you guys watch after Indy. Because, well, I've got to get this whole video uploaded. And, well, there's a lot of work left to do early in the morning, but time's going to fly as we start pricing up stuff and start loading them into totes. Like that tote's already loaded up, but we need to take everything back out and put new price tags and everything just so it's all kosher and copacetic. And all of these parts that I dug out yesterday be the same thing. They're all going to get, well, this one's already got the tag treatment, so they're just all going to get, you know, we're replacing these kind of tags that I used to use because, well, they're string and they're paper. And once you use the price tag, it's a pain in the butt. And that's another reason why we do the ledger thing, that kind of what I explained a little bit earlier, where we write everything down in a little book. Kind of like my little book right here. You know, we just keep track of everything. So got all the, like I said, got all the intakes already numbered. So all those carburetors, just got to put prices on them. That's kind of what inspired me to get these, is the cool swap meet fellers always have these. So got a balancer there, Buddy Brian stuff we're going to deliver to him. We dug out some of Dad's chrome reverse wheels that he's never going to wind up using, so we're going to take those. And, well, I don't know if I showed you, but dug out my Duster's old quote-unquote Pro Stars, and they're going to go up there, hopefully just to find a new home. I think I'm going to price those right around $300 or $350. 15 by 10s, 14 by 6s. Yeah, that kind of ruins it for most people, but those ones will clear disc brake calipers. I have proof. But not my favorite flavor, so maybe they make someone some cool hot rod wheels. But anyways, guys, gals, I have got to make this into a video for y'all because I'm actually really enjoying getting all set up for the swap meet. I've been posting pictures, and I'm delivering this book to one of my good buddies, Patrick, who's on YouTube as well. Mostly old parts and rust. But, looking forward to hanging out with everybody who I've been talking to on the phone and on Facebook and on YouTube. It's going to be a daggone blast of an event, so hopefully I will see you guys there. But until then, I'll see you next time. So as always, take care. And alrighty, so one more quick little update. We got a whole bunch of parts pre-priced, and this is the miscellaneous box. Got all sorts of random stuff. There's a set of Hemi NASCAR rods. Anna currently is taking care of all the valve cover scenario while I do this little update. Thank you, Anna. Anna's got much prettier handwriting. You'll be able to tell who wrote what. But as goes with hitting the road, since Dad bought his pickup back in 2000, he has always talked about wanting a bed cover. Well, with the threat of rain, which it's supposed to be raining right now. Thank you, weatherman, for getting the forecast dead correct again. And well, we got parts we don't want to get wet, even though they're going to be in totes. So took this as an opportunity to hop on Amazon, and my buddy William and Brian both recommended these roll-up styles. They're easy to assemble, and well, they roll up, so you got lots of space and stuff. So we got this for Dad. He's going to work on this. I would love to help you, but I'm going to make all the excuses in the world.
I got you.
And so
stick this stuff on.
Oh,
there.
We'll have to make sure it's nice and clean.
Yeah.
So that'll definitely be one more thing that, what is it taking us? How many years? It was 06, so just do the math on that, 20 years. It's been 20 years, and now we finally got a tonneau cover. But the nice thing is, your pickup still looks like it's almost brand new. It ain't all rotted out, and Dad takes care of his stuff really good. Yeah, so this tonneau cover will hopefully maybe improve the gas mileage just a skosh, and plus it'll help with keeping things safe.
It's always going to be in the road.
It will be. But you know what? At least now we can bitch about it.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. That didn't take too long.
Not at all.
It's a worthwhile upgrade.
First thing was worrying about scratching the truck. And it does nice. You gotta pull this little,
and then
it unlocks it. It's got little latches here.
I see that.
I almost broke that, but I thought it would just flip up. No.
It reminds me of Dan's. That must be just like what Dan used. Then we ought to be able to fit some totage. So,
Yeah.
Ann and I got almost everything packed up, so we'll start getting that ready. Table, shelving. Way too many totes dug out, but basically everything is more or less good to go. There's a bunch of carburetors in this one. And let's see, steering column. We got this tote full of miscellaneous stuff. We emptied out that bag. This tote is extra. Intake in two intakes in that one, the other intakes in that one. So it doesn't feel like we're gonna have too much of a giant haul and load. Let's see, we got two small ones there, t-shirts, and a bunch of gauges I picked up that are NOS, and we sell those cheap. And then we got the two totes with intakes, miscellaneous, carbs, valve covers, and more miscellaneous. So, oh, and then wheels. So I think this is going to be a pretty good lot of stuff to take. I think it's going to be a good year. And well, looking forward to checking in with everybody at the freaking trade show. So just one more time, I want to thank everybody for being here for all these many years that we've been running this YouTube show. And well, means a lot, folks. And for those of you who are actually at the Indy Swap Meet, heck yeah. So guys, gals, what do you say? Let's actually pack that truck for real this time. Well, hey, we got just about everything finally packed in there. Forgot one blue bag, and I got to figure out how we're going to squeeze Brian's steering column in there. But overall, pretty daggone happy with how everything turned out, at least here in the shop, as far as how clean it is. At least it feels a lot cleaner. Get rid of all these extra totes and stuff. They'll go back home where they need to go. But overall, it feels more spacious. It probably doesn't look any more spacious on camera, but yeah. So just want to say thank you to everybody who checked this out. And well, I'm gonna go try and find a place to put Brian's fan and his steering column. And well, hopefully I'll see some of you at Indy. The rest of you, I'll see you guys next time. So as always, thank you for checking it out. Look forward to seeing you next time. As always, take care and bye-bye. Well, say bye-bye, Donald Ram.